Hello, good day to all of you. We'll discuss about civil service reviewer. Topic again is mathematics. So let's continue. What is the value of 6a squared b cubed over 9 if a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 3? So the solution will be you substitute these values a to this variable. So 6 times a squared, 2 squared, b is 3, so times 3 cubed divided by 9. So the result will be 6 times 4 times 27 divided by 9, so equals 72. So you just compute this manually. Okay. So next, z plus 4 over z is equal to 4. So this problem can be solved the easiest way by substituting each choice to z. So you just assume, let's say z is equal to 1. So 1 plus 4 over 1 is equal to 4. So the result is 1 plus 4 equals 4. So therefore, z is not equal to 1 because the result is 5 is equal to not equal to 4. So if z is equal to 2, 2 plus 4 over 2 equals to 4. Therefore, 2 plus 2 equals to 4. Therefore, the answer is 2. Okay? So if you don't want this kind of method, you can solve this by using quadratic equation. So the formula will be minus b plus and minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so now how to compute for this? So you solve for the value, you simplify this to the quadratic formula. So you multiply both sides by z squared, by z. Okay, so z times z, that will become z squared, plus 4 over z times z, that will become 4, is equal to 4z. So the result will be z squared minus 4z plus 4. So a is the coefficient of z, so which is 1. B is the coefficient of z again. Oh, I mean here the 1 is the coefficient of z squared, 1, negative 4. For b, the coefficient of z, and c constant is 4. So now you substitute these values here to get the result. So if you get two numbers, you will get two values here, say 1 and say 2. So if this one is positive, negative, so you choose for this positive sign. Okay, so moving on to number 3. So 1 over x times 1 over 1 over x. Okay, so first you simplify this. So 1 divided by 1 over x is equal to, so when you multiply this 1 times the reciprocal of this, so x over 1. Okay, so therefore 1 over x times x over 1, cancel out, cancel out, cancel out, cancel out, that will become 1. So next, x 0.004 to the root of x is equal to 4. Okay, so first x times the square root of 0.004 equals to 4. So 0.004 square root, that will become 0.02. So 4 square root is 2, and this one has 4 decimal place. Square root of 4 decimal place will always be 2. Okay, so that's why it's 0.02. So x is equal to 4 divided by 0.02. So to cancel this decimal, you multiply these both sides by 100. 100 here, denominator. So that's why it's 400 over 2. So the result will be 200. Okay. So a piece of wire is cut into 3 so that the first is 3 times as long as the second, and the second is 3 times as long as the third. What part of the entire piece is the shortest section? Okay. So we let x, okay, as the piece of the wire. So it says here the first part. The first part is what you call this? So 9x. Okay, because it says here it's 3 times as the second. Okay, as the second, and then the second is 3 times as the third. So this one is the first piece. Okay, so this one it says here the second is 3 times, so that's why it's 3x, and the third is 3 times of the second, so 3 times 3, that will become 9x. Okay, so what part of the entire piece is the shortest section? Okay, so 9x plus 3x plus x is equal to 13x. Okay, So therefore, the length of the shortest part over the length of the entire wire is x over 13x. So the result will be, you cancel this. This one is the result, 1 over 13. Okay. So what is the average of the first 20 positive integers? So the average will be the sum of the numbers over the number of items added. So when you say positive integer, that will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8. Okay, it's like 20 factorial. Okay, when you say 20 factorial, no, when you, the 20 factorial I mean is 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 and so on times 20. Okay, that is 20 factorial. No, this is not 20 factorial. Okay, the sum, because we are talking here the sum of the numbers. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So you add this till 20, then divided by the total numbers. Okay, so the result is 10.5. Okay. Okay, so moving on, a sales representative earns 5% commission on all sales between 20,000 pesos and 60,000 pesos and 8% on all sales over 60,000 pesos. What is the commission in a week in which your total sales was 80,000 pesos? So the commission will be represented as 5% of 6,000 plus 8% of 80,000 minus 60,000. Okay, so the result will be 0.05 times 60,000 plus 0.08 times 20,000. So his commission will be 3,000 plus 1.6. That will be 4,600 pesos. Okay. So next, the square root of 12 over 27 plus 12 over 9. So you just simplify this. 12 over 27 will be 4 over 9. 12 over 9 will be plus 4 over 3. So the result, you get the greatest common factor is 9. So 9, square root of 9, then 9 divided by 9 is 1 times 4, that's 4. 9 divided by 3 is 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, that will be the square root of 16 over 9. So the square root of 16 is 4, square root of 9 is 3. Okay. So what is the value of, oh sorry, we already got here. Sorry. So moving on to the next topic. Okay, so if 3 feet is equal to 1 yard, how many yards are there in 27 feet? So therefore the answer is 27 feet times 1 yard per 3 feet. So this is the basic formula. For every 1 yard there are 3 feet. Okay, so result will be 27 times 1. This one will cancel out. Okay, so 27 yards over 3, so that's 9 yards. Okay, so how many feet are there in 9 in 1/3 yards? So 9 in 1/3 yards times, again, 12 feet in 1 yard. Okay, you put the feet here so that you can cross out this yard. Okay, if this is feet, so the numerator should be yard. Okay, and the denominator is feet. Denominator is feet. So the result here is 9 in 1/3 times 3. Okay, times 3 feet. Okay, so the result is 9 times 3 plus 1/3 x feet times 3 feet equals to 27 plus 1 feet. Therefore the answer is 28 feet. Okay, so this solution is a little bit complicated. There's a simple way of computing this. Okay, you just make it long. Okay, so a hand carved wooden dining set is priced at 69,950. If 20% discount is given to the customer, how much would he pay for the set? So net price is equal to the dining set price, 69,950, minus 20% the discount price, so minus 20 times 69,950. So you just multiply this and then you subtract it here. So the result will be 55,960. Okay. I think there's something on 20, this one should be 20%. Okay. So 20%. So this will become minus 0.2 times 69,950. So the result is 13,390. So final answer is 55,960. So if an article priced at 99.80 is subjected to a 10% VAT, what should be the total amount to be paid for the article? Okay, so the total amount is 99.8 plus 10% VAT. So 0.10 of 99.8. So 99.8 plus 9.98. This one, 0.1 times 99.8. So the result is 109.78. So again, how come it's 0.10? 0.10 because 10% is 10 divided by 100. That is 0.10. Okay. So find the cost of 6.5 dozens egg at 30 pesos per dozen. So the cost of the eggs is 6.5 dozen times 30 per dozen. So the result will be 6.5 times 30. Okay. So 6 times 30 plus 1/2 of 30 pesos is equal to 180 pesos plus 15 pesos. Okay. So the result is 195 pesos. Okay. This one came from the 6.5 here. You just divide it here. So 1/2. This one is 6. Okay. So, moving on, a car that cost 1.2 million can be sold for 600,000 pesos after 5 years of use. What will be the yearly depreciation cost? So, yearly depreciation cost is, the formula is depreciation over the number of years. So, it says here the cost of the car is, principal cost is 1.2 million minus 600,000, the depreciation value, divided by the number of years of 5. So this 1.2 minus 6.6, that will become 600 pesos, 600,000 divided by 5. So the result will be 120,000 per year of depreciation cost. So how many times does the digit 7 appear in the numbers from 1 to 100? Okay, so this is basically you write all the numbers that has number 7 from 1 to 100. So it starts with 7, next 17, 27, 37, and so on. So the result will be this. So you just count it: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, well, how comes 19? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, it should be 19. Okay, from this, okay, should be 19 times. Okay, so this is the answer. Just double check on your own. Okay, but this is the formula. Okay, it's manual. So at the rate of 44 pesos per 100 sheets of colored bond paper, how much is the cost of 500 sheets? Again, ratio and proportion. The cost of 550 sheets is equal to 44 per 100 sheets. So that times 550 sheets. So 44 times 5.5. So the cost will be 242. Okay. So at 25 pesos per board foot of wood, what is the cost of 15 pesos of 2 inches by 2 inches by 12 foot? Okay, so 1 board foot is equal to 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 inch. Okay, so this is the board. Okay, yeah, the board foot. This is 1 inch. Okay, this is 1 foot. Okay, and this one is the and the 1 foot. Okay. So the cost will be 25 pesos per board foot. So times 2 inches by 2 inches times 12 foot. Okay. Divided by 12 inches board foot times 15. So the cost will be 1,500. Okay. This one 15 pieces. The decimal form of 0.56% is, so you just divide this 0.56 divided by 100. So moving on, you divide by 100, that will become added decimal place. Okay, so 2 decimal place, that will become 0.0056. Okay, every percent convert to decimal, always divide by 100. So a lady employee purchased an umbrella for 180 pesos, less 20%. How much should she pay if it is subject to a 5% sales tax? Okay. Okay, the total amount is 180 pesos minus 20%, okay, times 180 pesos times 1.05 of sales tax, okay. So the result will be 180 minus 36 times 1.05. That will be 144 times 1.05. Result will be 151.20. Mr. Mansueto Velasco Jr. is buying a piece of lot at Philinvest Homes East. The dimension of a rectangular lot is 14 meters by 30 meters at 3,500 square meters. What should be the total cost of the lot? So the total cost of the lot is area times price per unit area. So the area is 14 by 30 square meters times 3,500 per square meter. So very basic. So 14 times 30 times 35. So therefore the price of the lot will be 1.47 million, okay? Or 1,470,000. Okay? So how much must a salesman sell in a month to yield him a commission of 12% if his rate of commission is 5% on goods sold? So sales is equal to commission divided by rate. So just memorize this, okay? So what is the commission? That's 12,000 divided by 0.05. Again, 5% divided by 100 will become 0.05. So the answer is 240,000 pesos. Okay? So how much would Charlie receive from his monthly salary of 8,000 pesos after deducting 2.5% for SS contribution and 5% for withholding tax? Okay? So the total rate of deduction is 2.5% plus 5%, that is 7.5%. Okay? So regular pay minus 1 minus rate of deduction. Okay? You just understand this basic formula. Okay? So the salary is 8,000. So times 1 minus 0.75. So 8,000 times 0.925. The result will be 7,400 pesos. Okay? You just don't multiply it immediately with this with the sum of this. You always add 1, okay? Minus 0.075. Okay? So a student had 1,050 in his wallet. He spent 630 pesos for books and school supplies. What part of his money did he spend? So part of the money spent is 630 pesos for the books divided by 210. Okay? And over 1,050 divided by 210. So the result is 3/5. Okay? Miss Cecile Garcia saves 18% of her monthly salary of 16,500 pesos. How much did she save in a year? So amount of save in a year is 0.18, coming from 18%, times 16,500 pesos, her monthly salary, times 12 months per year. So you just multiply this. The result will be 35,640 pesos of savings. So again, moving on, Miss Lenny Ngo wishes to buy a second-hand car, the cash price of which is 150,000. Not having a ready cash, she agrees to pay 1/3 down and the balance in 10 months monthly installments of 11,000 each. What is the total price of the car? So again, 1/3 down, so 1/3 of 150,000, that will become 50,000 plus 10 times the installments, 10 monthly installments times 11,000, so that is plus 110,000. So the result will be 160,000 pesos. So that is the total price of the car. So a cross-stitch owner buys cross-stitch frame at 12,500 each. So how much should she sell in order to realize a profit of 3 over 20 more than the buying price? Okay, the formula will be 12,500 pesos times 1 plus 3 over 20. Okay, so the result will be 12,500 times 23 over 20. Okay, so you just simplify this, which will become 23 over 20. So the result will be 14,375 pesos. So this year, XYZ company's profit was 2.44 million, which is 22% more than last year's profit. How much was the profit last year? Okay, so let X be the year's profit. Therefore, X plus 0.22X is equal to 2.44 million. So therefore, 1.22X is equal to 2.44 million. So you divide this one, X is equal to 2.4 million. This one will go to the denominator, 1.22. So X is equal to the year's profit is 2 million. Mrs. Ramos pays 1,530 pesos for a dress at 15% discount. How much is the mark price? So again, let's X is be the mark price. So mark price minus discount is equal to the selling price. Okay. Therefore, X minus 0.15 of X is equal to 1,530 pesos. Okay. Therefore, 0.85X is equal to 1,530 pesos. Therefore, X is equal to 1,530 pesos. This one goes down to the denominator. They divide 0.85. The result is 1,800 pesos. Okay. Just visualize the problem, okay, and analyze. And try to understand, so it's very easy to you. So a customer buys 4 pairs of socks originally priced at 60 pesos each. If the reduced price is 47.50, how much does he save on this purchase? So amount saved is 4 pairs of socks times 60 pesos minus the reduced price 47.50. That will be 4 times 12.50. Answer is 50 pesos. Okay. So Gerald left City A to drive to City B at 16:15 a.m. and arrive at 1:45 p.m. If he averaged 60 km per hour and stopped 1 hour for lunch, how far is City A to City B? So again, the number of hours is from 16:15 to 11:45. Okay. So his total run time is 7.5 hours. Total time travel. Okay. So total time travel is equal to 7.5 hours minus 1 hour time spent for lunch. So therefore 6.5 hours. Okay. So distance is equal to rate times time. So this one, you memorize this one. Very important. Okay. Or velocity is equal to distance over time. Okay. Therefore 60 km per hour times 6.5 hours. The result will be 60 times 6.5 equals 60 times 6 plus 60 times 1.5 kilometers. Therefore, the result is 360 plus 30 equals 390 kilometers. Okay. So, the sum of square root of 81 plus square root of 100 is, so square root of 81 is 9, square root of 100 is 10. No, very simple, 19. Okay. So, the sum of 3 consecutive integers is 54. Find the smallest integer. So let x be the first consecutive integer, x plus 1 be the second consecutive integer, and x plus 2 is be the third consecutive integer. So when you say consecutive integer, it's the 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the result will be x plus 1 plus x plus 2 is equal to 44. Therefore, x plus x is 3x. 1 plus 2 is 3 equals 54. Therefore, 3x is equal to 54 minus 3. So, 3x is equal to 51. Therefore, x is equal to 51 divided by 3, which is 17. Okay. How many miles does a car travel if it averages at a rate of 35 miles per hour? for 3 hours and 24 minutes. So again, distance is equal to rate times time. So time is equal to 3 hours and 24 minutes. So 3 hours plus 24 over 60 hours, that will become 3 and 2 fifth hours. So you just convert this minutes to hour, the result will be 3 and 2 fifths hours. Therefore, 35 miles per hour times 3 and 2 fifths hours will be 35 times 3 and 2 fifths. Therefore, 35 times 3 plus 35 plus 2 over 5, the result will be 105 plus 14 equals 119 miles. Okay? So, if Elmer can deliver newspapers in his route for 1.5 hours, Huawei takes his place one day, finds that it takes him 1.5 hours longer to deliver these papers. How long will it take to deliver the papers if they work together? So, in 1 hour, so you get the statement. So, Elmer can do 1 over 1/2 equals 1/3 equals 2/3 of the job. Okay? So, this one, what Elmer can do, okay? Huawei can do is 1 over 1.5 plus 1.5 equals 1/3 of the job. Okay? So, part of the job finished in 1 hour times the number of hours is equal to the one whole job. So, 2/3 plus 1/3 times n is equal to 1. Therefore, 3 over 3, this one, you simplify this one, that will become 3 over 3 times n equals to 1. Therefore, 1 is equal to, times n is equal to 1, then n is equal to 1 hour. Okay.